Hello everybody, my name's Drew and welcome back to Scat Factory 3. Oh boy, not a lot has changed on the front end here, boys and girls, because we're pretty much a couple hours from when I last shot an episode, but this is pretty cool. I, at long last, have a tier 2 growth crystal. I'll show you how I made it in just a minute. I don't know how much it's doing to speed the mystical plants up, but I'm going to pretend that it does something. I know it'll affect these, but we really don't need a lot of any of this. We have got a ton of it. Like, look how much food we have. But it does work, sort of. Look at this. I've maybe been sitting here AFK for half an hour. Say half an hour. And I had about 5 nether essences. We're back to 29. It must be doing something. It does help that I added 4 more seeds, so we're slowly filling this farm up as well. But it did do something. It does something. And I'm happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that. It's going to be really good for making resources and getting what we need, especially nether quartz, because we need nether quartz, and that's why I'm making a whole lot of soul sand as we speak. If we go on over to our little setup over here, we'll see that it's got how much right now? Almost a full stack. So I've got these 3 running, and it's relatively quick. I mean, you're delayed by the time it takes to transform the witch water into regular water into witch water rather. If I was trying to really be OP about it, what I would do is make a much larger witch water generation setup, and have it filtering out the witch water once it was finished. What you would do is you would have to use a filter on a pipe in order to pump all that out. But it would be very, very useful indeed. But anyway, we're here to deal with Botania. We need to do Botania stuff, and Botania stuff we will do. If you remember last episode, we got our little bit of a start, and we have ourselves a really basic setup. We have ourselves our Petal Apothecary, which I need to hook up to water, which we might as well do. Pardon me, and a Pure Daisy. And the Pure Daisy, if you remember, makes living rock and living wood. 2 things that we need in abundance. 2 things that we can easily get in abundance thanks to our very broken setups. Let's grab some oak wood, however, and I want to make some living wood. And the process is exactly the same. You can convert, if you remember the little picture, if you could look at the picture that was in the last episode, you can mix and match between between stone and wood and convert like half and half or whatever your ratio is that you want to convert. And it still takes about a minute no matter what. Whether there's mixed materials, one material, they both take about a minute. So there's no way to really speed that up, but it does work. So we got that going for us. Oh, here, I can show you this guy. So I got that tier 2 crystal by finally making the Empowerer. And this is an interesting, it's kind of an infusion altar setup, which is kind of cool. So what you've got is your Empowerer in the middle, and whatever you need to transform on your recipe will go there. Everything else, because there is a recipe of items that go into the infusion, goes on these display stands around it. So in the case of the tier 2 crystal, we needed greenhouse glass. Greenhouse glass is made by empowering the blue crystals, the Pyalis crystals, I think. What are they called? I've got some. Yeah, Palace crystals. There you go. So you empower those. You can either empower individually or cut the middleman out. Make them by the block, because you basically just convert blocks of lapis lazuli. So you take some lapis, and where's lapis blocks? I think I've got some. There you go. So what you do, it's actually remarkably easy to do. All you got to do is put your lapis block there, give them the old pop, and that's a block of the crystals. There you go. Will that transform you? No, it will not. Excellent. And then you can put that guy in the middle here. Nope. So you plop that guy down on there. And then you add the appropriate items around. So, of course, you need cyan dye and then 3 of the... what do they call it? The guys from the water temple. Where are they? Where are you? Well, we can look at the U part here. There you go, prismarine. That's what I'm thinking of. You use prismarine. There are 3 prismarine shards and some cyan or floral cyan powder. If you're using Botania to generate it, will make you 1 empowered block. This guy's a bit of a rob because you still need the same ratio of stuff. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. You still need 1 prismarine shard or 3 prismarine shards and a cyan dye. Why would you not make it by the block? It just makes more sense. You're getting 9 out of that as opposed to just 1. I did make a vat, by the way, because this is bad. I ran out of stuff. I'm going to power that guy up. I ran out of lava. Powering everything over here with lava and keeping these fill, it was just not happening. And as a result, we ran out of power, or we're very, very low on power. So that's not good. That's very not good. So I need to change this setup at some point. What I've done for now is I've disconnected our smelteries and I've disconnected the lag machine. So you can see we're running fairly smoothly right now because none of this is actually running right now. And for good reason. We need to change our power setup more. It does work, but it will drain all of my energy. So that's not good. Anyway, let's go deal with Botania. Botania's a good time. All right, so there's our living wood that we need. I'm going to need an axe to chop that up. That can go there. So living wood can be used to make living wood wands. It can be converted into other objects as well. It also looks really nice. So if we take a look at our living wood, you can make stairs. You can make... the mana spreader is very important. We're going to get into that this episode. There's also... there's also what? Where are you? There we go. There's the mana blaster, which I've never seen before, but I've heard about. There's also a spreader turntable. I don't know what that's about. Horn of the Wild's kind of cool, if I remember correctly. We've also got Drum of the Wild, the Elven Gateway Core, which we'll get into as well. Drum of the Canopy. I'm not even sure what these items do anymore. Living Wood Avatar. Oh, I can make minions. Interesting. Mana Storm Charge. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things that we can do. There you go. So like if I've got the Elven Trade, I can get Dreamwood from Living Wood. But we're gonna take that there because we need to grab. I forgot. We need to make a setup for our Petal Apothecary. So if I go on over here, we're gonna need to make another sink, which should be that guy. And I just need a bucket of water, which I happen to have a bucket on me. Bucket of water. There you go. I can have my empty bucket back. So this is now going to generate all of our water that we need over on that end of the map. I love this as a source block. It's so good. We need conduits though. Give me that. I would like to get into Draconic Evolution sooner rather than later, but I think we're still a ways off from having the technology to do that, which is unfortunate because Draconic Evolution is really, really cool. All right, so that can go there, and that goes there, and we just need to hook them up. That can go like that. So this guy is gonna hang out pretty much. Can I do it right there like that? Okay, hold on. I don't want to just hover here. Let's do it this way. Because really I don't need... Now did that work? No, it does not, because that does not connect. Oh, well, that's inconvenient. Can I connect it on the back? No. Oh, I cannot pipe water directly into this. Well then. Okay. I guess what I'll do then is I'll make a reservoir or a tank. I might as well do it this way then. We'll put this guy right here and we'll say connect. And I'll go grab a tank. I would have sworn that you could pipe water directly into that. Oh, maybe they took that out. That might be the case. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. We can make a tank. Oh, there's a tank. I want regular old tank. Actually, no. We'll just use a fluid tank. Now, what I should do in order to increase my surplus is make a lava tank somewhere. That actually might be a project. Alright, so that's going to fill with water. Excellent. Now I can just casually grab one of those and... Nope. Fill that guy back up. There you go. So that keeps that guy full. We need to make a wand at some point. So let's grab some wood that we conveniently have. Make ourselves a crafting bench. And there we go. So we got ourselves a crafting bench that can hang out right here. So we want to make a living wood wand. And we want to make ourselves our first mana generating flowers. So to do that, generating flora, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. The most common one in the beginning of the game is the Endo Flame. It consumes fuel, either coal, whatever you have. So the Endo Flame will not burn anything that returns a byproduct. So, for example, would be lava buckets. They have to that have empty buckets as a byproduct. Furthermore, the flower can only hold fuel equivalent to that of 4 times a block of coal. So you can't just willy-nilly do stuff. You got to kind of plan your fuel consumption out with the Endo Flame. But what I want... There's the Thermal Lily. Where's the one that I'm looking for? Because there was one that just did basics and mechanics. The Pure Daisy, Terra Steel. We can make one of the florist. Or forest, rather. Black Lotus. What is the Black Lotus? Black Lotus exists, however... No. Contains a strong amount of concentrated mana that can be released by putting it in the inside of a mana pool. Already has mana in it. Ah. Okay, so if we find a Black Lotus, we can do that. But that doesn't really help me right now. I really need... What are they called? Day? Maybe they took it out. Maybe they don't have the passive. Because there used to be a flower that generated mana from just daylight. Day blooms. I think they were called day blooms. Functional basics. Where is the Pure Daisy? So there's the Pure Daisy. We've already done that. Well, not as unique as essential as living blocks. That includes... Oh, nether rock can go into cobblestone, soul sand into sand, ice into packed ice, water into snow. Interesting. I did not know that. Get mystical flowers. See, that just makes the rest of it. Okay, I'm going to make a quick little break, guys, and go see if I can figure out what I'm going to build first. Be right back. Okay, so it turns out there's no day blooms and no night blooms. We're going to have to go straight for the Endo Flame. Thankfully, it doesn't look too bad to make. Let's take a look. All we need is a mystical red, mystical light gray, and 2 mystical brown petals. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Let's go take a look at what's in the storage system over here. We're going to have to upgrade this end pretty soon. So we've got some light grays, which I will take. We've got mystical brown. And where's the red? Okay, so there's the red. Let's just convert pretty much all of it into petals. We'll keep some back up because we don't want to run out of flowers. And we want to have a reasonable inventory. So those can go in there. Now we needed one of each in that. And we just need some seeds. Which are right there. There's seed. So there's our seed. Let's go make an Endo Flame. It's not going to do as much because we need to have a bit more setup. But we can at least get this part done. So we had... Let's put everything on our hotbar. There we go. So we're going to have 2. No. Ooh, come on. So we have, oh no, we have, wait, what did I need? I think I fucked that up. Should only be 4. Oh, I can shift click with an empty hand to get the last thing placed. Okay. So I wanted 2 reds, a brown, and that, right? Nope, 2 browns. Fuck. 2 browns, a gray, and a red. So now, Endo Flame. So the Endo Flame, we can pretty much just stuff right here for now. So he's there. He's not doing anything though, because I need to give it fuel. But if I give it fuel, it's not going to have anywhere to go because we don't have a mana pool. So we need to make a couple more things. We need to make a mana spreader, first and foremost, which can be made, if you remember, just like this. There's our mana spreader. And we also need to make a Wand of the Forest, because we're going to need to connect all this stuff up. So if we go over here, we're going to go back to basics. And I go to the Wand of the Forest. All you need is 3 living wood twigs, which are made by taking 2 of these together. Kind of the way you would make like log planks or whatever, right? No, I guess not log planks, because that wouldn't do anything with wood. But you have to combine them. They make living wood twigs. Let's take the rest of these, and we'll make the rest of them there. Now, I can turn this into planks, by the way. Not that I'm going to. And then we just need to do this, like that. Now, does this work with any 2? Hey, it does. And it even color codes it. Look at that. Wand of the Forest. So we've got a bind mode, and we've got function mode. So you can see right now that it says unknown status because I haven't done anything. I can click it and you can see there's no internal buffer. That's what that bar is. And there's no mana spreader. So you can see the little X beside it. But if I throw down this guy like that, and I go bind mode, because we need bind mode. So I can shift click again, click, and click. It still says it's not bound. Okay, let's make a mana pool. I think a mana pool is this, is it not? Hey, there you go. And there's our mana pool. So we can throw the mana pool down there. And we'll say, I want you to bind to that. So it should be bound. Hey, there we go. And that's going to connect to that. There we go. Shift clicks. Shift clicks are the win. All right, let's go grab some coal. And this will make us mana. Now, I can automate this probably relatively easy using precision droppers and stuff on a timer, because it doesn't need to be very quick, because it takes a while for the fuel to burn out. So we can go like that. We'll throw one down. So it should get picked up. There it goes. You can see now it's burning the fuel. And if we take a look with our wand, where's the wand? There you go. So you can see it in here. It's not going to build up any internal buffer right now because it doesn't have, it has somewhere to go. But it's going to start putting into this mana spreader, which is going to start putting everything into the mana pool. And there it is. That's it. I can change it. So the mana pool has 2 different functions. I can store mana on my person using a mana tablet, which is good if you're trying to do operations that require mana. You can bring it with you. But I could set the pool, to either dump all of the mana from a tablet into the pool, or if I give it the old click, I can swap it, and so that the pool will fill up my mana tablet. But there you have it. That's more or less the basic Botania setup. After this, we still need to make a Runic Altar, which is going to be very, very useful. We need a mana diamond or a mana pearl. Mana diamonds are fairly easy to make. It's just an ender pearl or a diamond into a mana pool, which we can do right now because we're going to build this Runic Altar pretty quickly. Now, the idea is this is kind of like making a power storage network, right? I just made my generator and I had to connect it to the storage system using connectors. In this case, rather than conduits, we're using mana spreaders. From there, we need to distribute it. And you can do that in a variety of different ways. The mana spreaders are pretty much the bread and butter, though. You can upgrade them for certain functions as well. But I need a diamond, which we have a lot of. And let's go take a look at this bad boy. Okay, this is going to make a mana diamond. Not enough yet. Okay. Ah, so it doesn't burn that long. Okay. Good to know. They've shortened the amount of time. Well, let's turn our ring of magnetization off because I don't want to pick any of this up. And it said it can store fuel that is 4 times the amount of a block of coal, I think. Let's see if it just picks up more of it. I don't think it will. No, it does not. So every 45 seconds or so, I'm going to have to drop a piece of coal on this because they'll despawn otherwise, but I need a good supply of mana. How much mana is in the mana pool? All right, well, I'm going to let this generate some mana, guys, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, I am back, and we've been generating mana for a little while now, and it doesn't look like much is accumulated, but it could be just a graphical bug because we've been powering through Endo Flames like that and just been generating mana. I am going to have to automate this. I think I'm going to do that on camera next episode. But in the meantime, let's see. Does it actually have enough? Oh, it does. Wabam. There we go. So like I said, this doesn't show that it's got very much mana in it, but there's definitely a decent amount of mana. So there's our mana diamond, which we can take with living rock and make a runic altar. Now the runic altar we can put down. Let's put the runic altar here. And I made another mana spreader. So there's that mana spreader, but it's doing literally nothing right now. So what we'll do is we'll bind to that guy. And then that mana spreader is full. Because I think they just automatically pull from... Jeez, are we in bind mode? We are in bind mode. Oh, so you jump all of it's just going to dump everything back. Okay, there you go. But it should pull from the mana pool because it's right beside it. There you go. See, it's full. And that guy is nothing right now because we're not doing anything. But that's how you make a runic altar. And the runic altar is used for a number of different construction options. It's kind of the bread and butter of a lot of this. You can make... let's go back up. The early game, or the early... I guess early game metal would be Terra Steel. It's a complex magical alloy, blah, 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 blah. You need to do a bunch of different stuff. For starters, to create it, you'll need a Terra Steel agglomeration plate. Terra Steel whatever, that thing. Set it on top of a checkerboard pattern of lapis and living rock. Mana needs to be provided to this block. Sparks being the most effective method. We don't have any sparks, so yeah, nothing to be done about that. But to make Terra Steel, I shouldn't say early game. It's a mid-tier item. Terra Steel is pretty good. It's better than... It's not quite diamond, but it's more enchantable. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But you need all of these different runes. You'll need a rune of fire, water, earth, mana, and air, aka the 5 elements. Yeah. It's all magic stuff, right? From there, you can make Terra Steel. Sparks, which we will get into at a later point, are more or less mana spreaders, but OPAF. They are much better, much higher volume, and are really, really good. We'll be making those when we have the ability to. In the meantime, just gonna keep putting stuff in the Endo Flames and letting them go. I'm thinking every 45 seconds might be what we do, but we'll discuss this in the next episode. But for now, this is our basic Botania setup. We have it up and running. When I find time in my ultra busy life to actually sit down and play this like I have been the last couple of days, I will move our lag machine off the main platform and out by itself so that it's not going to interrupt our main area with a whole lot of lag. And we will get everything up and running. That includes all of it. We can probably even make it even bigger. Because if it goes like 30 blocks out from the edge of the base, we can make it really big. So right now what we're dealing with is a 4x4. I could probably move up to 8x8s for each one. We're going to need a lot of power generation. So that's what's going to be with the VAT. So I don't know. We'll see. I might just do that upgrade off screen to increase our power because we do need a lot of power. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the episode. If you liked it, go ahead, leave a like. You can always find other work I've done in the description box below. And of course, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.